Hello and welcome to Newsroom Series. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Thank you for joining us. The North Central region receives our attention for today's edition. But first, the death toll from the attack by bandits on worshippers at a mosque in the Malumfashi local government area of Katsina State has risen to 32, and that's according to the state government. This was contained in a statement by the Media Directorate of the Katsina State Government following a visit by a delegation led by the Secretary to the State Government, Abdullahi Faskari, to the Angwara Mantau, the affected community. According to the statement, the Katsina State Governor, Diko Rada, who is currently on medical leave, had asked the acting governor, Malam Farouk Jobe, to dispatch a high-powered government delegation to commiserate with the bereaved families and the affected community. However, the lawmaker representing Malumfashi constituency in the State House of Assembly, Aminu Ibrahim, while speaking during plenary, claimed that 30 worshippers were killed on the spot during the attack at the mosque, with 20 other people burnt to death in their homes and many people abducted. He also raised the alarm over the worsening insecurity in his constituency, adding that the latest attack happened in Gidan Adamu, Mantau, Angwa, Yarmai Dabo, and Makara village in the Karfi ward of the Malumfashi local government area. The Enugu State Police Command arrests 18-year-old Obodoagu Ikpere Wisdom for an alleged kidnapping and killing of his 5-year-old second cousin, Obodoagu Wisdom. His accomplice, a 24-year-old Sunday Michael, a security guard from Adamawa State, is also in custody. Both suspects are picked up by operatives of the anti-kidnapping tactical squad on August the 11th and 12th after intelligence units and intelligence linked them to the crime. The boy was first declared missing on July the 26th, 2025. Investigations showed that the prime suspect used his accomplice to demand a ransom of 1 million naira from the child's father. When the ransom was not paid, the suspect killed the boy and buried him in a bush near their home in Udi local government area. Police say the suspect confessed during the interrogation. The prime suspect later led the operatives to the shallow grave where the child's body was exhumed and confirmed dead, obviously by medical personnel. The Catholic Diocese of Auchi confirmed that 2 seminarians are still being held by kidnappers after the July 10 attack on the Immaculate Conception Minor Seminary. One of their colleagues was freed on July the 18th. The Diocese Director of Communications, Reverend Father Peter Eguelewa, stated this today on our breakfast program, Sunrise Daily. He also explained that this is the 4th time the seminary was targeted, stressing that the Egobi community in Esako East local government area remains highly vulnerable to kidnappers. Now, the diocese says it is working closely with the Edo State Police and local vigilantes to secure the state and the safe release of the remaining seminarians.
The seminarians we kidnapped on the 10th of July were actually 3, but on the 18th of July, one of them was released. So we have 2 seminarians right now who are still in the hands of kidnappers. And this attack of 10th of July is the 4th attack that is taking place in that seminary. The whole area, what we call it Egori area, in Esako East local government area, has been besieged by kidnappers. And that is a border town between Edo State and part of Kogi State, Ida and the rest. There's a large swath of forest there. And we believe that that is where what makes it possible for the kidnappers to be able to harbor themselves and launch attacks intermittently into these areas that is where the seminary is. And there are many cases in the diocese which I will itemize shortly. The priests have simply, or the seminarians have simply woken up and then they have escaped. Okay. So we have always believed on spiritual help and then negotiation. The police also, they are playing a part, our vigilantes have played a part too. So as a policy, we have used other means outside paying of ransom. So the Diocese of Auchi, Most Reverend Dr. Gabriel Dunia, has consistently partnered with the police in those states, particularly the new commissioner. And the commissioner has deployed men into this area to, first of all, secure the area and protect our people. And they have continued to work through their strategic teams to release the seminarians. So, and I think apart from the police, the diocese of Auchi through the bishop is also engaging the local vigilante men and hunters to see how they can try to locate where the seminarians are and to get them released back to the seminary and to their parents.
You're watching Newsroom series, and with the North Central region in our crosshairs, we begin with the Benue State National House of Assembly. It has screened and confirmed 6 out of 8 commissioner nominees, but rejected Professor Timothy Yangin Orgunga. Lawmakers say that Orgunga faces 4 petitions from his former students and also failed to provide a primary school certificate. A plenary presided over by Speaker Ndona Dajo, the House also asked Governor Hassith Alia to send replacements for Professor Orgunga and James Wen, the nominee from Makurdi local government, after both men failed to clear petitions raised against them.
Activities at the Benue State House of Assembly begin with the arrival of the Sergeant-at-Arms who leads the presiding officer, Ndona Dajo, into the chamber with the mace. Lawmakers commence the business of the day, which focuses on screening commissioner designates.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Two nominees first appear before the House, but proceedings take a dramatic turn when the nomination of Professor Timothy Yangin Orgunga is announced. During his introduction, the majority leader presents 4 petitions against Professor Orgunga. While the lawmaker representing Taka constituency, Manga questions his academic credentials.
The student alleged that he gave him an F. When he came to school, he had a GPA of 4.74. And the man gave him an F. And he pleaded with his father, who is a lecturer in the University of Agriculture. And they have applied. They did apply. And 3 professors or so were giving this paper for the marks. And they marked and gave her a B.
How you were able to achieve all of this with no declaration of it, because the ones you have here, you only had it after you had graduated, after you had obtained all these certificates, because you had this in 2010.
In his defense, the nominee addresses allegations of tampering with a student's grade, insisting that the incident was influenced by his dean and not an act of misconduct on his part.
After the results were published, my dean called me to the office and told me that there's a lady who says she failed constitutional law, and that was my cause. I told my dean, yes, it was my cause, but I was not the one that marked the scripts. So my dean now asked me whether I will remark the script myself. I said no. I believe in the judgment of the lecturer who marked it, and so I will not mark.
After deliberations, 6 out of 8 nominees are confirmed, while 2 are declined. The House is expected to reconvene on Friday to continue with the screening of other commissioner designates.
Beyond the screenings, lawmakers also debated the controversial law banning expressions of love in the state and the suspension of Otukpo local government chairman Maxwell Ogiri. The Assembly spokesperson, Alfred Berger, explained the House's position on these issues.
That bill doesn't emanate from this chamber, this honorable, the Benue State House of Assembly. The bill does not. It's the firmament or imagination of whoever authored it. If you look at the content, the heading of the bill, you will discover that the heading is not even in line with how bills are drafted in the House. Yeah, we have set some mercenary emotion. We are going to investigate and know where exactly, because somebody drew my attention to it day firstly through a Facebook comment. I went there, I saw it, I thought it was just a major, until I saw it on one of the blogs. I said, oh, these people really want to create content. That is just it. Nothing like that. Nobody's even contemplating or bringing a bill like that in Benue State. 8 commissioner nominees were sent to the House last week for screening and confirmation. The House received a petition from against 2 commissioners. So they deliberated on it and stepped down confirmation of 2 commissioners and confirmed 6. The House recommends 6 months suspension of the local government chairman, and today His Excellency approved 1 month.
To Niger State, the Managing Director of the National Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission Abubakar Yelwa began his 2nd term in office with a promise to address the long-standing water problems in Bida and nearby communities. On his first assignment, he visited the Bida Mana Waterworks, which has been inactive for nearly 15 years, depriving more than 600,000 residents of clean drinking water. He says the rehabilitation project is already 70% complete and assured the people of better water supply soon.
National Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, HYPADEC, says that it is committed to delivering meaningful interventions to states within its mandate areas. On resumption of office, the Managing Director, Abubakar Yelwa, assures that the Commission will prioritize innovation, impactful projects, and resource mobilization through partnerships with state government, the National Assembly, traditional rulers, and other stakeholders, rather than relying solely on federal allocations. He also highlights some of the progress recorded so far.
We are here as a team from the HYPADEC, from the State Ministry of Rural Development, and from the Water Corporation, Niger State, to look at the progress made on the energization of this water scheme. And that I am glad to have seen that a significant progress has been made. And that on the part of the contract which the State's Rural Water Board and Rural Development awarded, which HYPADEC committed itself to pay, we have reached a significant percentage of the job, and I'm sure if we want to energize this water system today, with what we have done, it can be energized.
The Director General of the Niger State Sewage and Water Corporation, Mr. Gimber Issa, commends HYPADEC's intervention, describing it as a timely response after years of neglect.
When the plant was constructed and commissioned, it had 11 kV power line. But over time, the power line was not adequate, so eventually it was not able to power the machines, and then the power line was not upgraded.
Similarly, the Commission's head of Electrical Division, Ibrahim Haruna, explains that resources needed for the ongoing project are being expected, stressing the agency's determination to see it through.
Primarily, the essence of all this work is to upgrade the power supply, supplying these water facilities from 11 kV line to 33 kV line.
During a courtesy visit to the Itsunupe and chairman of Niger State Traditional Rulers, Yahaya Abubakar, HYPADEC officials received royal blessings for their initiatives. In his remarks, the Itsunupe laments the prolonged lack of potable pipe-borne water in Bida, but expresses hope that the challenges will soon be addressed.
As a result of that, actually the what you call public water works that's supposed to circulate or maybe distribute water to various places, especially in Bida, have been very, very difficult because the equipments are somewhat obsolete.
The Commission assures that water supply problems in Bida will be resolved once the project is completed.
Welcome back. The Nasarawa State Mineral Resources and Environmental Management Committee have begun sensitization to communities on the protection of marine environment in the state for sustainable development. The committee is also seeking the support of stakeholders to carry out their mandate, which is geared towards instilling the adoption of safe mining practices that will be economically beneficial to all. Our correspondent Halima Gayam reports.
The Mineral Resources and Environmental Management Committee, MIREMCO, among other key stakeholders in Nasarawa State, are here to visit the traditional ruler of Nasarawa Egon, their Ren Egon. This is as the team have begun a sensitization tour to communities to ensure the protection of the mining environment in the state. During the visit, the people and some players in the mining sector in the area are sensitized on how to adopt safe practices, resolve conflict, and protect the environment.
The state has witnessed huge investment in mining, in which it has made the Mines Inspectorate departments of the Ministry of Solid Minerals in Nasarawa State to generate about 2 billion naira in the last first and second quarter of 2025.
For the committee to achieve their mandate, the need for effective collaboration is highlighted.
I want to appeal to miners and host community not to take the law into their hands. They should engage in dialogue, which is the best way for the sort of conflicts.
Stakeholders from Nasarawa Egon are united on the need to better their approach to mining activities in the area.
I want to assure the committee that has come for sensitization that the traditional council is ever willing to cooperate with them.
The sensitization exercise is part of the action plan adopted by the Nasarawa State chapter of the committee to tackle environmental and social protection issues and ensure sustainable management of mineral resources with the aim of repositioning mining activities in the state. Halima Agayem, Channels Television News.
The Kwara State Governor, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, is calling on stakeholders to give more support to security personnel, especially in protecting their mental health. He says strong mental well-being is key for security operatives to perform their duties effectively. He made the appeal at a conference organized by the Peace, Progress and Unity Global Initiative in partnership with the Kwara State government. The event focuses on finding ways to strengthen security and promote unity through better care for those safeguarding lives and property.
Mental health among security personnel in Nigeria is becoming a growing concern. Many officers struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, anxiety, and in the long run, substance abuse. Although there are no official records yet on the number of affected officers, especially in Kwara State, the government is taking steps to tackle the challenge.
Profound impact.
Represented by his senior advisor and councillor, Saadu Salau, the state governor highlights the factors affecting mental health ranging from biological and environmental to psychological and social issues.
Mental health issues can have profound impact on men's health, affecting our relationships, work performance, and overall quality of life. Men are often socialized to conform to traditional masculine norms, which can discourage us from expressing emotions or seeking help for mental health issues.
The convener of the conference, Farida Olainka, explains that the event is aimed at helping security officers deal with the mental health challenges they often face on duty.
You fight for the peace outside, yet only a few of you enjoy peace within. And so I ask, how do you start rebuilding when you have been broken? What does it take to get back up when everything inside of you feels very crushed?
The State Commissioner for Social Development, Miriam Imam, also shares her perspective on the theme.
We sincerely appreciate the job you've been doing for us. Without you, the security of the common civilian is at stake. Recently, the issue of banditry, kidnapping, and all in Kwara State, they have been doing a lot in assisting the state to gain to be much more secure.
Speakers at the event agree that mental health is critical to the well-being and performance of security personnel. They stress the need for supportive policies, better services, and stigma-free access to care.
Residents of Shendam local government area in Plateau State are calling and crying out for urgent help after severe flooding destroyed their homes, farmland, churches, and other property. The disaster left many people homeless. It's raised fears of food shortages as victims struggle to come to terms with their losses. A member of the Plateau State House of Assembly who visited the affected communities expressed concern and urged the federal government to come to their aid.
What that took place on the 3rd of this month affected our people to a very large extent. Some people have lost their homes, they have lost their farmlands, which is their source of livelihood, and it's going to affect our economy. You can see this bridge. If not that there's a small arrangement by the locals here, you wouldn't have been able to cross this bridge because of such flood that took place on the 3rd of August. Now, in conjunction with the members of the National Assembly, I had made a call to them, and we had agreed that whatever we see will be put together so that they can also put out voice for us at the national level, maybe to humanitarian, Ministry of Humanitarian, Ministry of Environment, because the outbreak of this, the flood could come along with some outbreak of illness. So I think also the Ministry of Health has a role to play against further incurrence so that people may not just see and caught up with the diseases.
Meanwhile, the traditional ruler and some of the victims narrated their ordeal, describing how the flood swept away their homes, property, and sources of livelihood.
We need assistance so that we aid our people. Farmland has been destroyed too. If you go to the farm, from here you can have a look at the project. There's nothing there. We would love the government to come and assist our people so that we go back to normal life.
Our people managed to stay in the church. So this wind, when the wind blew, the roof fell on our people. So I managed to, there is one hole at the back of our church, I managed to escape from that hole. And when I went and pulled my cat saw, when I come back, I said there are people inside town. The alarm, people came out. So we help people. We helped, we lift the zinc that falls on people. So started to pull some people inside the zinc. I think that is what happened. And some people injured. No, there's no casualty, but there are injured people. So.
And that's it on Newsroom series today. Thank you for watching. I'm Olumide Mokolo.